What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two in the Teal podcast. I'm Ethan.
I'm Marcus. Thanks for riding with us. We're going to be here with you all season long. A lot of tears, a lot of happy times. Give us a like and subscribe.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. It's game week. Game
Come
week.
on, man.
Finally.
Come
Woo!
on, man. We've been, how long have we been doing this pod now, Ethan? It's been,
We've been going
What,
for a
going
few
on-
weeks now, and
no,
Yeah.
we've been going on for 2 months, right?
let me fact check that while you dive into this.
Dude, I'm so excited, man. There's so much anticipation, and you know what there is? A lot of hope.
What's
And you know what? One of our favorite things that we say, Ethan, is that rebellions are built on hope.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I am just like a giddy kid who's getting ice cream on a Sunday, you know. What a treat. What a treat it is. What a time to be alive, where we get the opportunity at redemption. Now, here it is, okay?
Yep.
Your
Yep.
opportunity at redemption is sitting right in front of you. Are you going to let it slip, or are you going to capture it, right? Eminem. And
Yeah.
let's see our guys come out on Sunday and play a hard-fought battle.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to say it's a must-win. Some people are going to say it doesn't care. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about that. But we've done great things this offseason, everybody. And here we are at the brink of a situation where we are going to either rise to the occasion, or we're going to collapse. There's no in between for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That much is clear.
Yeah.
There's no more, this is a development team, this is a developmental season. It's right now, Ethan. This is right now. And get us out there, fire us up, get the fans going. I want to see Jacksonville in his little swimsuit going bananas.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. It technically it is not must win, but spiritually it's pretty must win. And it almost feels like the NFL didn't know that we would have Travis Hunter when they did the schedule, but it almost feels like the NFL was like, oof, we've got Panthers Jaguars this year. Let's just hide them away in week 1 and let them
Sure.
beat each other up. And it's just a classic. It goes back to the basics of human psychology. It's two teams, not just us, but the Panthers as well. Pretty written off. Everyone thinks we suck. Nobody thinks we're going to matter this year, except like Nick Wright on FS1 because he loves Trevor Lawrence. He picked us to win the division, by the way.
Wow.
Nobody else did. That is it. And so just a classic. You're being doubted. You're being slept on. Let's see what you can do about it. Historically, the Jaguars have responded with like losing. So but this is it. Like we talked about with Zach Goodall a few episodes back, this is the first time that the new regime is fully a new regime. He was saying there's been spillover over the last 10, 15 years, but they kept this guy from this regime. They kept that guy from this regime. He said this is clean slate, like strength and conditioning, physical therapy, nutritionists, everything fired, all new. We've got Baselli in the building that keeps reminding them, I have a gold jacket on. You know why I have a gold jacket? Because it's what matters on the grass.
Absolutely.
Nobody gets a gold jacket because of what they did off the field. It's always what they were doing on the field. And so to have that attitude into the team now, the free agency moves, it's like spiritually, Marcus, this is must win.
I absolutely agree with you.
And I'm going to say, like, if we lose on a last second field goal, I'm going to get really scared because everyone is so awesome in the offseason. Coaches are so awesome in the offseason. Great. You just lost a heartbreaker. How do we respond now? We're human beings. It's going to take over where you get resentful and you get upset and you get down on yourself. You've got to rise above that. And
absolutely.
It's intangibly rich. It's what Gladstone has been talking about. Win or lose. Because guess what? If we win, you know what we get after that? Away at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And then you know what we get after that? Home for C.J. Stroud and the Texans and Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. Division game right after that. And then you know what we get after the Texans? Away at the San Francisco 49ers, who were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago and are expected to be kind of back now that they've got their healthy guys back. Whew, tough 4-game stretch. Surely we get a break, right? No.
Nope.
Here's the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, 3 days after Taylor Swift drops her new album. Oh man, that was a tough 5-game stretch. Do we get a break now? No, you got the Seahawks coming into town, who have had 2 incredible drafts in a row. They got Sam Darnold in, but they've got dogs up and down that roster.
Yeah, and they
Oh,
got Geno Smith, who, by the way,
no,
is
they don't.
of
They traded him to the Raiders. They got Sam Darnold
oh,
now.
my mistake. Yeah,
No,
I
you're
knew
okay.
that.
But
I knew that.
But another quarterback that it's like he can throw the football now. I mean, he threw for 35 touchdowns last year or something crazy.
Right.
He's got Jackson Smith and Jigba. Like, they've got dudes up and down the roster. Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Tough 6-game stretch. Do we get a break now? No, you're flying to London and playing the Rams, who have Jared Verse, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, and let's assume Stafford is going to be playing. You've got 7 games there that you can't. That is potentially 5 losses in a row, not via our predictions, of course.
Yeah,
But,
right.
like, you have to beat the Panthers because it does not get any easier after that for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, especially with everything that the Panthers have going on. And
Sorry, thank you for letting me riff.
no,
on that.
I'm glad you did. I mean, obviously you needed that. And by the way, thanks for having me on the podcast today. It's a setup game. You know, it's
trap game.
This is going to either propel us in a direction of a winning mentality and a winning environment, or we could crumble and collapse. I mean, we saw what happened in Miami last year when we were dominating the game. We had full control, and then boom, a fumble in the red zone, and that was the collapse of our foundation.
Right. Yep.
I mean, that's why we hit the leg press. That's why we hit legs, is we want to build a foundation on top of what we stand on. And
Yep.
and I feel like winning this game week 1 is the foundation that we need to build on. Without it, you know, we see the collapse of the Roman Empire. They lost their foundation. Yeah. I mean, quite literally. Let's just relate it to whatever you want. So that's hilarious. How I brought that into that's absolutely comedic gold. But and so I see what you're saying as far as it's a must-win game. However, I have this kind of feeling where let's just build a scenario where we do lose, but we lost a super well hard-fought battle where the environment and the culture of winning isn't out the window. We didn't just show ourselves as the, excuse my language, but ass Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, right. If you play hard games, scrappy football games where everybody is in tune for all 4 quarters, every single second of the game, you still kind of have that culture, you know? So maybe we lose, but maybe we lose going 110%, and we don't lose off of a stupid mistake that's going to make us remind ourselves that, oh, we're still the same. We're still the same team, just different people. You know what I mean? Sorry, totally. Thanks for letting me talk.
No.
I'm really glad having you on the podcast.
Such a good joke. No, I mean, you're totally right, though. It's how we respond to the adversity that is the unknown here. Like,
absolutely.
You know, Liam Cohen was at the Bucs last year. The Bucs were pretty damn good last year.
Sure.
And he had Baker, and he had a guy who's going to have a gold jacket. Mike Evans on the team to lean on. He had, oh my gosh, who's that defensive tackle down there on the Buccaneers, the big one, Vita Vea? Like,
yeah,
you saw when Liam Cohen was having his success, he had these savvy veterans and a great quarterback in Baker to lean on. Trevor Lawrence is not that savvy dog Baker Mayfield is to this point. Maybe he is, but he doesn't have those kind of guys that he's going to lean on. He's leaning on young guys, like second-year guys. His Mike Evans is Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas is a second-year guy. Like, there's just so many question marks. People go like, well, Baker Mayfield had the best year of his career with Liam Cohen. And I'm like, okay, but he also had a very stout offensive line. He had a Hall of Famer at wide receiver who still racked up 1,000 yards. His defense was lights out. And they were a playoff team. And they took it to the Chiefs on their primetime game against the Chiefs. Like, there's just so many questions about the team still. We haven't even talked about Travis Hunter, because guess what? Travis Hunter is not winning us this football game.
Doesn't
winning
matter.
us this football game? Walker Little, Ezra Cleveland, Robert Hainsey, Patrick McCary, Anton Harrison, number 16. You know who else is going to win us this football game? 41, 42, 41, 44, whatever their numbers are.
Yeah.
Like, that is who's going to win and lose us this football game.
Oh, my God.
It's not going to be Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is going to be there to get his sweet touchdown and maybe get a pass breakup, but this is going to be won in the trenches, and that's every week.
Yeah. Especially with this matchup that we have coming up, you know, it's like, our opponent's never really been proven that they are an elite team, right? So they're in kind of the same position where we are, where they're like, this is like a 50-50 flip of a coin, kind of who's going to take it. If we are meaner, faster, stronger
Yes.
up front, then there's no question that we win. You know, there's just no question. So that's what it comes down to. It's not like we're 100% certain that both of these teams have really good offense and defensive line. It's going to come down to which quarterback is more on and who's catching the ball and which running back is hitting the hole best and getting out in open space. No, who's blocking better and
Yes.
who is playing the block better. That's
Yes.
what it's going to boil down to this week,
It,
dude.
Absolutely. Speaking of, so Panthers apparently might be down their left tackle.
Big.
Aquanu, he was the 4th pick in the draft when we took Trayvon 1, Aiden Hutchinson went 2. The Giants took Evan Neal, the tackle from Alabama, 3, and then Aquanu went 4, I think. So he's a high pick, man. That's a good player. People thought the Jaguars should have taken him, which I was open to because I always take the O-lineman. I'm always down for an O-lineman, but they have a receiver who went down. They traded Adam Thielen away, so now it's that T-Mac and Xavier Legette. So they're down players. We're fully healthy by the grace of
Yeah.
God. I mean, like, it's just
Yeah.
like, Jesus, we got lucky with that
We
one.
sure
But
did.
it really is no excuses. We need to win this game, and it's gonna be no one's gonna watch it except like us because it's in that
Oh,
afternoon
yeah.
slot, and it's
I'll be
2
locked
teams.
in.
But yeah, and it's just so exciting, man. It is
Dude,
so
it
exciting.
really is exciting.
At the bank.
What a privilege it is to be sharing this moment with you, man. I mean,
Cannot
just
wait.
just a couple guys who have just want the most for this squad, dude. And I just got this whiff, like I got this feeling that just came over me of like, dude, our D line is gonna be really good. Like could be scary good. I
Run through
don't know
'em.
why.
Run through 'em.
Little story for you. You know how I like my story time, but my stepbrother, shout out stepbrother Josh, great
Of
guy.
course. Shout out.
Him and his wife are pregnant, and the whole time we did a little
Congratulations.
congrats to them. This whole time we did a little gender reveal thing the other day, and I was thinking it's gonna be a girl, like it's totally gonna be a girl, blah 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 blah. Well, it came down to the wire, Ethan, where they were gonna do, like, they did it out of this cake. Came down to the wire, and last second, I don't know what happened. I had no idea, but last second I said, "Wait, hang on a minute. It's going to be a boy." They went into the cake,
Oh.
Ethan. It was blue. I'm telling you right now
Look at you.
I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now that something just came over me, and it was just D-line in my brain. It was only
Yeah,
the D-line.
yeah,
And I was like, "Oh
yeah.
gosh, like they're going to come out firing and like
Yeah.
really really good." And
Yeah.
they're not going to stop. 4
Yeah.
quarters. It's going to be our defensive line is coming at you full tilt. So
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from right now, but it's
I
going to
love that.
happen.
The supernatural will take over, man. Stuff just happens, okay? I went to a baby shower one time, and I won 2 of, like, the games that they'll play at a baby shower, and I'm like, "How in the world did I win that?" But, like, just some intuition sometimes take over. Like, it's
Yeah.
totally a thing, and you're right, like and also, why aren't we going to bed and, like, visualizing this, manifesting this? Like, I never played high-level sports, but I remember, like, early in high school during lacrosse, like, coach, I forget which coach it was, but he would say, like, go to bed and imagine yourself making a sweet play. You
Yeah.
got to start to imagine the stuff, and then your body will follow. Imagine yourself, doing the swim move, shedding the block, sack. And for me, it was imagine yourself stripping the ball, picking it up, throwing it down the field, goal. Like,
Yeah.
got to start to imagine this stuff, and I love that. Like, start manifesting it. Like,
Dude, there's
send
another
your energy
layer.
over to Eric
Yeah.
Armstead and Colin Saunders and go, hey guys, we need your veteran big bodies this weekend. Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
Dude.
Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker are going to be firing.
Yeah.
They're going to be on.
I really feel like, and the top of that kind of feeling that I just got was Trayvon Walker at the helm of it.
Really?
It really was. And you know that this whole offseason I've been feeling like Trayvon Walker I don't know about him, but right now I'm feeling pretty darn confident that he is going to be everything we've ever needed and more this season.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, we're screwed.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if that happens, I mean, we could win 7-8 games this season,
Yeah.
We could win the division this season. So that's what it's going to come down to, brother.
Yeah, during our Cowboys special, we were talking to Chase. Chase asked us, how do we feel about our division? And it's kind of like, if it's us down there with Daniel Jones and rookie Cam Ward, and then Texans are just running off with it, that's embarrassing. I mean, it really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's we have a tough go at it at the beginning of the schedule. It really lightens up. So I mean, we're gonna see, but it's I love that Trayvon Walker, man. If he's firing, they picked up his 5th-year option, and I thought that was pretty telling because they didn't draft this guy, they didn't pick
Sure.
him over Aiden Hutchinson or anything like that, and they said no, we're keeping him around. This is not a trade piece. This is none of that. That's a guy that we need. And you know what it is, Marcus? I think it's that they all lost their weight.
That very well could be it, dude. I mean, imagine being like a high performing athlete and you like know where you're at when you're really good. Like, you know what kind of, I imagine that through like sports science and just being that kind of caliber athlete, you know what weight, what kind of numbers you put up in the weight room, like
Yeah,
your routine, like you know where you are at your best.
yeah,
If you take those guys out of that routine, or do you just tell them like, hey, go be yourself, work out
yes,
at the weight that you want to be at, and just
yes,
give us everything you've got? That
yeah.
makes the most sense to me, dude.
Yeah, they are. No one's going to be more in tune with their body than you. Can't
These
tell Josh
professional
Hines Allen
athletes.
how his back and knees feel. He'll tell you.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's gonna let you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just the new defensive coordinator. I heard it was Chris Sims was talking about it, and Chris Sims apparently is like childhood friends with the guy. But the only thing he guaranteed is Anthony Campanile is a attention to detail freak. It is all about the details with him. Now that first preseason game, communication was off. Quint was telling us like the guys didn't
yeah,
look set, they weren't communicating. Literally, I mean, the transformation to weeks 2 and 3 in the preseason, and this is how you know it's a good coach, is that even when the second and third stringers are like communicating with each other, like he's got a grasp on these backups. And like, so I'm seeing, so week to week, we made an improvement.
yeah.
Oh, you're telling me we adjusted week to week and we made like we weren't doing that last year, Marcus. Last
Hang on,
year,
Ethan.
yeah, I mean, last year I'd sit there and I'd go like, we lost because or Devin Lloyd was covering their ex receiver or whatever.
Oh, and there
like,
he is
why
again.
was he? And then he did it again the next week, and then it's
Yeah,
like, and they've also gained 20 pounds because they had to be fat for some reason, and it's like. It feels like we've got some adults at the helm here. I'm going to pump the brakes on expectations because everything's so new. So I don't need, much out of them win-wise this season, except for week 1 against the Panthers. It really feels like must win.
yeah.
But like they're gonna make improvements, they're gonna make adjustments. Man, I can't wait. Oh my
And
god, I
dude,
can't
they're
wait.
also going to make stupid mistakes.
Yes,
Everybody
yes,
does, but
Liam Cohen is gonna mess up some clock management
yeah,
stuff. It's gonna happen.
how is the team going to bounce back from that? Are they
Yep.
going to crumble, or
Yeah.
are they going to keep working and keep building and manifest success? But that's what I saw most out of last season. We'll get to last regime's
We'll
rants
do a rant.
down
Yeah.
down the road,
Yeah.
but it's just, it looked like, we had those skill players kind of fall down on their assignments, and then the rest of the team kind of collapsed and crumbled. The coaching staff went
Yeah.
down. So that's what it's going to boil down to, is when Travis Hunter misses that catch for a fourth quarter touchdown that was detrimental, and now it's 3rd and 9, 2 minutes left.
Right.
Are we going to scheme together something sweet that's going to get us the first down so we can go have another shot at it? Or are we going to get down in the dumps and be all upset and let the environment control us, So
Right.
that's what I'm looking forward to, is seeing how they bounce back from in their environment. And I mean, dude, I'm super hopeful, Ethan, and I mean, my fingers are crossed to see, just, are these gritty football, hardworking, talented guys, or are they just talented guys?
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, I mean, just because of all the new, I mean, maybe I was a little more excited the last couple of years just because we had coming off of that playoff win. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. And then we fumbled that season. We're like 7-2.
Yeah.
And I remember talking shit to people going like, even if I was conservative and said we went 500, like we're still going to win X games. And then we lost all of them but one.
Yeah.
And like, I
Yeah.
mean, it was insane. And then last
Yeah.
season, it was weird. Last season was weird looking back on it. Hindsight's 2020. And, we'll save this for save part of it for our rant that we do about last regime. But like for Trent Baalke to tell Shad Khan that this is the best team that this organization has ever put on the field, just to immediately right out the gate in the hunt videos on YouTube that the Jaguars put out, to immediately create this barrier, this division between your GM and your head coach. So right out the gate, I'm like, the head coach didn't go up to the owner and go like, this is the best team you guys have ever had. Like,
Right.
why would he would never put those expectations on himself? That's the GM going up and going like, if anything goes wrong, it's coach's fault and not mine. I mean, that's ridiculous. And but right out the gate, I'm seeing Gladstone, Baselli and Cohen are in unison. They are
A unified front.
They are a unified front. I think Baselli is helping a lot with that, because I bet you if I was Baselli, I would just, drop it on the table and go, I have a gold jacket, right? And that, and Baselli's going to hold them too. That's great. It all goes back to what happens between the O-line and the D-line. That's why there's 6 different offensive linemen on the active roster from last season. 6.
Yep.
That's a whole rotation plus 1. How many new D linemen? They brought in Colin Saunders. They got some other guy, Austin Johnson. Never heard of him, but that's fine. And then like Baselli's going to hold them back to it's the O-line and the D-line. Travis Hunter is awesome. Travis Hunter is going to lock down some guys. He's going to give up some touchdown. He's going to drop some passes. He's going to have some great plays. O-line, D-line, baby.
I agree.
Anyway,
let me say this. If Tony Baselli's in the front office and GM and Shad Khan want to do this thing where they change and this never happened. This is all theoretical, but they want to change the stadium name to Trevor Bank. Do you think that he's sitting there and he's going, absolutely not?
Right.
If anything, make it O-line, D-line Bank.
Right.
And let's go win a football game. Or are we putting all of this extra weight on Trevor and Trevor's just going, okay?
As soon as they announced Trevor Bank, I was like, surely there's no way this backfires, right? Surely there's no way we fumble the home game against the Browns. Why are you adding extra shit on Trevor's shoulders?
Yeah.
Cohen is going to have the appropriate stuff on Trevor's shoulders, running the offense.
Yep.
That is what I need you to do.
Period.
I need you to run my offense.
Period.
I'm not putting your name on the stupid stadium. Like, we're not doing that. Coming off of the heartbreaking game against the Dolphins with the fumble, and it's like, why are we doing that? It just felt like, when people do the clown noses and call Jaguars a circus and everything, I'm like, we deserve that right now.
Respectfully, honestly, I agree with the slander to an extent. It's like, why do we put ourselves in a position? It's like what I would relate that to is taking an Olympic athlete and then putting that Olympic athlete on the gold little platform where they hold their medals, putting them up there and taking a picture of them with it before they compete.
They're like, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That is exactly what happened.
And so now there's all dude, and we haven't seen that out of these. We haven't seen any of that. And so that gives me a lot of hope that it's all about winning games. That's what it boils down to, the wins and the losses. And there's this famous saying that people say all the time. I've heard it a million times in my life. It's bend, don't break. And so that's what we need. We need bend, don't break. We don't need to have all of this flattery and shenanigans going around in the background. Just let them make their YouTube videos because those are cool and the fans like to watch them. We don't need you to change the name. We don't need you to make a statue. We don't need you to do any of that. We need you to win games. That's all we need. Win games, bend, don't break. When bad things happen, shift, deal with the adversity in a proper way, and go win week 1. Go win week 1. So if you lose the next 3, we're okay.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was something I just thought of just now, actually, is that we were just talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys traded a player for 2 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. That kind of gives it away that the Cowboys have not punted on this season, but they've gone, we need more. Like, this is going to be, we're in a little bit of a rebuild right here. The Jaguars said, first-round pick, schmirst-round pick, we're getting Travis Hunter, and we plan to win right now.
Yeah.
They plan on winning this division this year.
Yeah.
Via the free agency that they did, via like what the draft picks were, they intend on winning now. They probably need another offseason realistically to really be in win now mode. But I thought so that was one thing that I did appreciate about the Travis Hunter trade, is that they were telling the fans, you're allowed to be excited about this season. Like, we think we're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I fell into that trap in the beginning, man, and I was thinking, oh, this is a rebuild kind of year. This is not a rebuild year.
No.
This is a right here, right now kind of year.
Yeah.
With that move, and so at first I was like, okay, brand new staff, blah blah blah, like made this crazy trade for this crazy pick. It's not a rebuild season, dude.
No.
This is right here, right now.
Yeah. And that's not us pulling it out of our butts. That's the coach and GM told us that. Like,
Yeah.
no, we're trading up. We're trading our first round pick next year because we think it's going to be high 20s.
Yeah, like we're
It
good
doesn't matter.
we're good to win the division here.
Yeah. So again, it's not must win, but it's a must win. Everyone's going to be asking us about how did Travis Hunter play. I'm going to go to work and they're going to say, what did Travis Hunter do? And I'm going to go, I was watching Eric Armstead, Patrick McCary, Walker Little, and Colin Saunders.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was watching.
Yep.
By the
I'm
way,
watching 'em up front.
Panthers, they've got dogs up front. They paid big money for guards. They've got a running back, Chuba Hubbard, who can play. Trevor Etienne is a Carolina Panther, Travis Etienne's brother.
That's kinda
Fun
cool.
fact. Bryce
That'll be
Young
fun.
ended last year hot. They were playing for nothing
Yeah,
because they were
right.
like us, bad. And were they a little bit better than us? Yeah, they technically
I think,
won
yeah.
one more game than we
Yeah.
did. So
Everybody was better than us, Ethan.
everybody was better than us.
There's no, you couldn't convince me otherwise.
Except
Even,
the Patriots and the
Yeah.
Browns. No, but the Browns beat us. That's
no,
why
no,
I'm
no.
like, it's like-
Even if they had a better, even if they had a worse record than us, there wasn't a single team in the NFL that was worse than us.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. And so watch out.
Yeah, watch out. Do you have
They're
a
underestimating us.
Do you have any sports gambling over there? I want to see what the spread is on like who's favored in this game.
Funny you had to mention that, Ethan, because I told you before we started this that I was going to do something live.
Okay.
And I'm telling you right now that I'm taking live on this podcast.
Oh no.
Jaguars win week 1. An undisclosed amount of cash is the amount that I'm going to put on, but actually, no, I'm going to say it. I'm going to throw $20 on the Jags winning week 1 right now.
Come on now. Hey, let's go, dude.
Here it is. Jaguars, Panthers, Jaguars winner. They have the Jags winning, which is okay. But here's $20 to win 31. Place bet. We are locked in.
I love that. Hey, if I sent you $10, would you throw down Brian Thomas Jr. first touchdown score plus 750?
I think that's illegal, Ethan.
Oh shit, is that illegal? All right, never mind.
Is that legal to do?
All right, we won't do it. We won't do it because you know what? Because guess what? As soon as I bet on it, then it's not going to happen. So like, as soon as I bet, we're going to lose. But
I'll take the risk.
All right, yeah. No, so man. So I just saw the Jaguars are favored by 3.5 points. So we'll see, man. I mean,
hey, I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm nervous. I'm
a little
real
bit nervous, Ethan, but I think that I feel like we got this. And everybody that has been watching or is watching and is interested in this podcast might feel the same way, that we have a really good shot at winning this thing. And by the way, everybody, after that game, I will have the most amount of information on the offensive line and defensive line that I can possibly give you guys.
Yeah.
I will be locked in on them the entire game, all 4 quarters. That's all I watch. I'm going to have an in-depth breakdown of every single position, every single player that's on that front 8, and we'll see. Like you guys will see how this correlates to wins and losses. Ethan, they're going to know. I mean, I'm going to let them know because guess what? If we win, it's because our front 8 was playing good. If we lose, it's because our front 8 was playing bad.
You're so right. If we win this game, it's because we got the running game going, which freed up the passing, and that's how you score points. And if we win this game, that means the pass rush was getting in Bryce Young's face, and we were getting to the quarterback. Like,
you got it, Ethan.
I'll take the coverage sacks, even if it they happen after 5-6 seconds. Like, that's fine too. Like, dude, it's the lines. It all goes back to the linemen. And so again, I'm gonna be in Indianapolis. We're doing some wedding stuff out there. I'm gonna do some great people. Shout out Joe. Shout out Haley.
Shout out
Caroline,
Joe.
and Bobby. You met
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby was here. And we're gonna be at Dolphins Colts. They're doing Jim Irsay's enshrinement. May he rest in peace. The Colts owner who passed away.
Wow.
And Guess what I'm gonna be doing during that enshrinement?
What are you gonna be doing? Having a
I'm
beer?
gonna have the Jaguar game pulled up on my phone, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be listening to a word. So,
Yeah.
no,
Good
no,
for
no, I'm
you.
kidding. But and I'll have a beer. Oh my god, the stadium prices in Indianapolis, Jacksonville is brutal with the stadium prices.
Yeah.
The Cowboy Stadium is cheaper. And
That's
Indianapolis,
crazy.
I went last season. I bought 3 tall boy beers, so like the big ones, not just beers, like the big guys, and 2 waters, $52.
Wow. That's
At a
over like
Jaguar game,
$100 in a Jag Stadium.
that would be like $100. Yeah, like it's crazy. And so
Yeah.
market $5 hot dogs, $6 brats. Like
Wow.
it's insane. I got 2 brats last year. I'm getting 2 more this year.
Absolutely.
I love brats.
Of course.
I had a brat and a pretzel roll at the SMU game the other night. It was so
Oh
good.
my gosh.
And
How much was that at the SMU game?
I think that was 7.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad. Yeah. So stadium wise, it's not bad. But like, it was solid. So yeah, man. Anyway, I cannot wait. I'm gonna be at the Colts game, but I'm gonna be at the Jaguar game.
Yeah. Mentally, spiritually, you're gonna be there. If you miss anything because you're busy, I'll keep you informed.
Yeah.
I'll be texting you per usual, and then we're either gonna come back on this podcast, like we said in the beginning, like our intro says, we're gonna be here with you all season long. Whether it's wins or losses, we've got your back. We're here. We're in this thing.
Tears of happiness or tears of sadness, we are right here, and we're gonna talk about it. And
we're right here for everybody.
Dude, happy game week. I've been sipping some vino while we've been doing these podcasts because life's too short and you never know when it's going to be the last time you get to talk about football with your buddies. So have a glass of vino. It's fine.
Yeah, and just to put it out there, because we're talking about manifesting, we're going to be doing this for the next 150 years. Yeah. So by that time, we'll have contracts.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Happy Labor Day weekend,
bro. It was a pleasure as always. So,
of course, man.
Dude,
Go Jags, dude.
Go Jags, baby.
We got this, man. Come on.
See you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
So good.